Welcome back, everybody, to PoolieMagTV, the raw, unedited, unscripted NUFC fan channel where everybody's got an opinion and nobody's opinion's wrong. So let's get down to business. Today's episode is about the Newcastle West Ham preview. So I'm going to give my thoughts, opinions, who should start, why they should start, and what the score's going to be. This is going to be a full prediction. It's not going to be a quick video. It's going to be an in-depth, full prediction. I'm going to talk about previous games against West Ham at their stadium. I'm also going to talk about the bit of momentum that we're on. So I'm going to go straight into that. We were faltering a little bit, weren't we? The Premier League, faltering a little bit. We've been beaten off Barcelona. I know we beat USG, but then we got beat off Arsenal. We've been beat off Brighton. And the Premier League, and the mood around Newcastle wasn't great. 10 days ago, 10 days ago, it wasn't. Let's face facts, it wasn't. But the last 8 or 9 days, we have built some massive momentum. We've beaten Benfica at home, 3-0. Really comfortable second half, I thought, against Benfica. I thought it was one of the best Champions League performances I've seen from Newcastle in any season that they've ever played in the Champions League. Pardon me. And also, we then went on to beat Fulham, 2-1. Very nervy game. So I thought the team selection was a little bit off. I thought Jacob Ramsey should have started in that game. I thought we were a little bit ponderous at times. I didn't think we were great, but we won. And then we go on to Tottenham the other night. I've got a video of all of these matches. So if you want to watch them, get them watched. Help the channel grow. But yes, the match against Tottenham I thought was really comfortable. They made change, but so did we. They had injuries, so have we. And I thought we matched Tottenham move for move, and I just thought we were the far better team. Yeah, they had chances, and they were going to have chances, weren't they? Of course they were going to have chances. But I thought on the whole, we were the far better team, and Tonali was just a different league above anybody. And now, going into the West Ham game, we're on the back of 3 home wins. Our last away match was against Brighton in a 2-1 defeat that we played well in, especially in the second half. So we got it. Our form is coming together. Players are now getting used to each other. We seem a lot more confident. We seem like we're going to go on a little bit of a run, which is what Newcastle usually do under Eddie Howe. Start off a little bit slow, pick up a couple of wins, and then they seem to just ease their way into winning 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. And that's what we need to do if we're going to get our Champions League challenge back on track. I know we're into the quarters now with the Carabao Cup, which is fantastic. We're doing well in the Champions League. We've got Bilbao next week, which is a winnable game at home. But our bread and butter is the Premier League, and this is where we need now to start going on a bit of a roll. Yeah, the Cups are great. We've got a really good chance of winning the Carabao Cup. We've got no chance of winning the Champions League, but it's just nice to be in it. But the Premier League's where our bread and butter is, and this is where we need to start building a little bit of momentum. And who better to go against than a team that are in free fall like West Ham United? They are. I don't know how, because they've got some really good players and all, but no matter who they seem to bring in, it just doesn't seem to work. The fans are not happy. The fans seem to hate Karen Brady and Sullivan more than we hated Mike Ashley, and that's saying something. They're protesting. They're not happy with the board whatsoever. And this is a crucial game now for Newcastle United, because these are a wounded animal, and there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. But we need to put this wounded animal down. You know, we do. We need to put it down, and we need to just be ruthless. We need to be on the front foot. I know it's away from home, but I don't care. These are a relegation for the team at the minute. These are the team that are in free fall. We can't go here and sit back and show these any respect. We've just got to go in and boom, put another nail in their coffin. That's what we've got to do to build our momentum. We've got to be ruthless now. Yes, Man City away, you play different in all them games. But West Ham, and not the West Ham of a couple of years ago where you think, oh, this is a dangerous game. It's still a dangerous game. Any game's dangerous. But I'm not fearful of West Ham. I'm not going into the match thinking, oh, well, this one's on form. He's good. Oh, they've got a good manager. They've got nothing at the minute. Which does make them dangerous, because you think at some point one of these good players like Jared Bourne is going to come on and do something. But at the minute, they seem void of confidence. We seem to be on the up. They're on the way down. We need to now consolidate our Premier League form. We need to go in there and be on the front foot. And this is why I feel like Jacob Ramsey needs to start again. I've made a video all around Jacob Ramsey, but I think he needs to start again. We need to be on the front foot. Harvey Barnes didn't do anything wrong. Try and find a way for Harvey Barnes to get into this team. Gordon was great against Benfica. Wasn't great against Fulham though. And I didn't think Barnes did anything wrong against Tottenham. But I no doubt I think Gordon will get his game. I think Murphy will come back in for Elanga. Elanga is trying his heart out, but it's just not working at the minute. We're not playing to his strengths. We expect him to be a ball carrier when he's somebody who likes to run onto the ball. So we're not playing to Elanga's strengths. And until we start to play to Elanga's strengths, I don't think he should be starting these games. I think Jacob Murphy has a really good cross on him. He has good link up. He had great link up with the Rat, and now he's got great link up with Nick Voltemade. So I honestly think our front three will be Nick Voltemade, Jacob Murphy and Anthony Gordon. Although I wouldn't mind if Barnes started. I thought Barnes was lively against Tottenham the other night. But he probably will give Anthony Gordon the nod. I think Nick Pope gets the nod, but it's only a matter of time, I think, before Aaron Ramsdale starts knocking on the door. He looks really composed, comfortable on the ball. His distribution's a million miles better than Nick Pope's. He's a lot calmer in goal. He's a calming influence on the defence. So I think moving forward, I think the first mistake Nick Pope makes that costs us a game or costs us the 3 points, I think Ramsdale will be knocking on that door saying, yeah, how we gaffer? I should be starting here. But I think Nick Pope gets the nod. I think you've got to go Sheringham, Chow again, rest Botman. You know, I really do. I think that's what he will do. I think he'll ease Botman back into the team. I think the next game against Bilbao, Botman will come back in, but I think Sher will start. I think Trippier will start and Ben, because we haven't really got. I don't think he'll start Lewis Hall. If I'm totally honest, I know he said Lewis Hall could be fit for the game. If he does start Lewis Hall, I'll be over the moon. Because although Dan Burn played really well against Tottenham the other night, long term I'm not convinced that that we're gonna win many games with Dan Burn at left back. He has the odd good game there, but I don't believe he's a left back, and he's not, is he? He's just what he is a utility player who, if you asked him to play centre forward, he would. He loves the club, he loves the manager, and he'll do anything he can for the club. And we love Dan Burn, but just not as a left back. So if Lewis Hall is ready to start him, but I think Dan Burn will get the nod and all will come on after about 65 minutes. Midfield, Bruno, Ramsey and Tonali for me. I really do. I know it's away from home, but this is a game where we should be going in for the kill from start to finish. We've battered West Ham a couple of times, pardon me, at their place. We really have. The other season we beat them 5-0, I think, or 5-1. The Rat got a goal. Wilson used to love scoring. And it would be quite ironic, wouldn't it, if Wilson's the one who gets the goal against us? It would be. Will he come back to haunt us? I very much doubt it. I think Callum Wilson's a shot at Premier League level. I think he'd be a very good Championship player. Or if he went abroad and played in a sunnier league, I think he'd be a really good player there. But I think he's shot now. We've got a good record, recent record away from home against West Ham. We play well against West Ham. West Ham like to play football, and that's the type of team we like to play against. West Ham don't usually sit in the low block. Even under Moyes, they played. I know the West Ham fans dislike Moyes. I don't know why. He won his European trophy. He got his 5th in the Premier League. I don't see why he's hated him. He's better than anything you've had since I've been a kid. You know, and that's true. Harry Redknapp, Pardew, and him are probably the best 3 managers I've seen West Ham have, without a doubt. The rest of them have just done nothing. But like I say, even under Moyes, who's known for more a defensive style, even under Moyes they played football, and that plays into Newcastle's hands. We struggle against the low block sometimes. But West Ham at home won't play a low block. West Ham will come at us, and that plays into our hands, I think. I really do. I think we can just tear this team apart. They've got no confidence. Their midfield cannot compete with our midfield. Their up front can't compete with our up front. And their defence is shocking. Their goalkeeper's not good. And I just think they're there for the taking. And this is the type of match we need to be winning, and winning handsomely. Not just a 1-0 scraper. We go into this match and kill them off. Just prove a point. Just kill them off. Move on to the next one. Kill these teams off. This is what we need to do in the Premier League. We need to start building that momentum. 3 massive home wins in 3 different competitions, but the Premier League is our bread and butter. And this is where we now need to come to the fore, and we need to start winning games. And I couldn't have asked for a better game than West Ham away. I really could, apart from West Ham at home. But West Ham aren't great at all. I honestly believe we win 3-0. That's how confident I am of beating West Ham. I think we win 3-0. Goal scorers, I think Voltemade, I think Tonali will pop up 1, and I think Gordon will get the other 1. Anyway, what's your predictions? Am I talking shite, or do you agree with me? Hit like, comment down below, share the channel, and as I always say, keep it black and white and keep it PoolieMagTV. Have a great weekend, everybody. Over and out.